Hi guys, it's Beth. Welcome to my channel, and we are leaving for a camping trip tomorrow, and so I thought I would bring you guys along for how I pack for camper crafting. It is late the night before we're leaving, and this is kind of how I roll, trying to get packed up late the night before we go anywhere. But I thought I would just kind of show you how I decide what I'm going to take and how I pack it and what all I decide to bring. So I am going to turn the camera around here for a minute and kind of show you some things, and we will kind of talk through my process. So this hot mess is what I need to pack up. This is my 6x6 paper pad that I'm working on for Smash That Small Pad, and that is a collab that's going to happen right after we get back from our camping trip. So I want to take that to finish it up, and I think that would be a nice project that I could do in the camper, and hopefully I could finish that up fairly early. But first I need to get all of that cleaned up and packed up. Okay, so I apologize for the glare, but these are the projects that I plan on taking along for camper crafting. This is the small pad that I was working on. It's what was spread out all over my desk, so I was able to clean it up and consolidate it into 1 gallon size baggie, and that includes what I had left with the pad, the embellishments that I have, any cardstock pieces that I was already using, and then the stamp sets that I might use as well. So luckily that all fits nicely into that Ziploc bag. And just in case I would finish this early, I'm always overly optimistic about the projects that I decide to pack because, I never want to be without a crafty project. So I figured this will be my main project, but then if I have some extra time, or if maybe I want to do some crafting outside, I don't necessarily want to have all of these little paper pieces and bits outside. So I have some other projects that might be able to work for that. So this is some bookmarks in process that I've had going for a while, and all I need to do is finish them off. They've either been laminated or glued down onto chipboard, so all they need to be is just trimmed out, corners rounded, and then the tassel or the yarn at the end added. So that would be a good project. Like if I wanted to sit outside at the table or something, I might be able to do that outside and not have it be blown around too much by the wind. We'll see. Or if I finish this, that would be a really quick and easy project, or it's something that I can do anywhere, like if we're watching a movie, or I just figured that would be an easy, non-focused project that I could do. Like it doesn't require a lot of focus. So, and then I'm also going to take my 2020 journal. This is a journal I made about last year, and I am done with all of the journaling. I just need to go through and add some final touches, like with some embellishments or some memorabilia. And so I figured I would just take that, as well as some of the stamp sets or stickers and memorabilia and whatnot that I need to finish that off, so I can call that done. So again, just something that can fill in at the end, or maybe something that I could take outside depending on the weather. So those are the 3 projects that I plan on taking along with me. And I do try and do a little bit of pre-planning, at least enough to figure out what projects I want to take. Because if I don't, then I end up taking everything under the sun. So at least by planning out the projects that I'm going to do, or figuring out what projects that I want to work on, will limit the number of tools and supplies that I would have to take. So even though I'm not necessarily planning out like what I'm making with the rest of this pad before I go, but I know that I am going to work on this, and I can take just what I need to work on this and just what I need to work on this. So it does limit what I'm taking with me, because I have taken, way too much along with me before. So this limits the amount that I have to take along and store. And so I plan on putting all of this into this clear iris case. It's like 14 by 14 inches, I think. It's an actual iris case. I have a ton of these. I keep all kinds of projects and process stored in these in my craft room, and they're also great for projects on the go. So everything that was on my desk should fit in here, and it will also allow me some room to take some extra things. Like for the rest of that small pad, I know I need to take my card bases and maybe even some more cardstock to work with, but we'll see. So all of that should fit here in this iris case. So now that I know the projects I'm going to work on, I can plan out the tools and other supplies that I would need to take along with me. So that is my next step. Okay, so I think I have settled on the tools that I want to take with me as well. So the two most obvious pieces are my trimmer and my ATG. I have several rolls of extra ATG just in case. Some score tape, double-sided tape. And then for my bookmarks, I have hole punch, corner rounder, scissors, pins. There's in case pins, or if I want to add any detail or like faux stitching or anything like that. Bone folder, just in case I need to like burnish in anything really good. I have several punches, like different sizes of circles and scallop circles. I have my Barely Arts wet glue, a couple of Nuvo drops, some basic black ink, and then stamp blocks. And I think that should cover me. I think that would be all I would need, because the majority of the stamps or the punches and stuff would be for the 6x6 pad I'm working on. And so hopefully I can make do with that. And then this hole punch and the corner rounder are for my bookmarks. So hopefully this will be all that I need, or I mean, worst case, that's what I make do with. That's what I have to work with. And then I have this fun little tote, and I actually got it from an auction, so I don't know where it came from originally, but it's got like, you know, 2 decent sized pockets inside with a divider, and then like pockets on the outside. So it's perfect to house all of my tools. So I have all of my projects in the iris case, and then I tend to keep all of my tools in here. And then the only thing that doesn't fit anywhere is my trimmer, just because it's big and tall. So a lot of times what I will just do is I lock the blade and then just carry it out with my iris case and store it that way. So that's kind of how that works. So that is the array of tools that I plan on taking. So now I just need to get it packed into my fun little tote, and then I'm ready to go and camper craft. Here is my packed tote. So I just have like scissors and cutting implements in one pocket. This is the Nuvo drops, the smaller punches. I did include some yarn that I can use for my bookmarks. There's all of my big punches, quarter rounders, more yarn, my ATG, score tape, extra ATG rolls, and my Barely Arts glue. And then over here on this side, this is my stamping blocks, my ink cube, or my little dewdrop ink, and then my other corner rounder. So I actually have a little bit extra space. I feel like I should pack something else, but I'm gonna stop. So that is how I pack it. I have my handy little tote, which is actually pretty heavy, full of tools, my trimmer, and all of my projects. So I am actually packed and ready to put this in the camper tomorrow morning. So I'm excited and ready to go. Now everything has a home, and our home away from home. And now we are ready to go.